Well, the Trump administration in particular are pretty pleased, really, with the president's behaviour. They think his bullish behaviour towards America's closest allies exemplifies the fact that President Trump has said time and time again that countries aren't going to get away with the trade policies that they've had before. They aren't, in President Trump's words, going to be able to take advantage of the United States. Over the weekend, the White House sent two of President Trump's top economic advisors onto American news chat shows, and those economic advisors doubled down on the president's tweets and attacked America's allies, in particular the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. They linked his attacks to the upcoming summit in North Korea. They said that this was President Trump putting on a strong show, standing up to people who tried to take advantage of the United States and showing Kim Jong-un that the US wasn't prepared to be bullied and it would be looking for a strong deal with North Korea. Many Democrats and some Republicans back here in Washington are pretty alarmed by the behaviour of President Trump towards America's closest allies, in particular because the way they see it is that if this summit in Singapore goes well, we could be in the extraordinary situation where President Trump has a better working relationship with Kim Jong-un of North Korea than he does with some of the United States' closest allies in Europe and North America.
It's very bizarre at the moment, really, isn't it, how he has isolated Merkel and Macron in particular, the French and the Germans, such important allies to the United States. There's this feeling amongst Trump's opponents, and obviously there would be. They say that his confrontational style is being mistaken by his supporters for competence. And when you look at some of the impact studies that have been done about what these tariffs that he's imposed will do to the US economy, sure, those impact studies say some jobs will be created, but more will be lost. So is it totally correct how he's going about this from an economics point of view?
Well, in the short term, we might not know, but I mean, critics of President Trump say that in the long term, the actions he's taking are doing a real disservice to the US economy. But these views that President Trump has on trade are views that he has had for years and years, if not decades. And he telegraphed all these opinions of his back in the 2016 election. The difference is nobody thought he would follow through on these policies. There's no sign at the moment of either the United States or G7 allies backing off, so we could very well find ourselves in an escalating trade war in the weeks ahead. I think the real question for the Trump administration is whether the US economy is big enough and whether Donald Trump's trade team is big enough to have these trade disputes with not just Europe and Canada, but also Mexico and Japan, and of course of China as well.